is said to have cut its global energy use almost completely after a major software upgrade. Known as the Merge, it's been promised by developers for years, and it's being called one of the most significant moments in the history of the crypto market. Well, let's talk to Ben Edgington, who's from the Ethereum research and development firm ConsenSys. Welcome to the programme. So, in simple terms, talk us through this upgrade. What's changed and how does it work?
Well, simply, we've moved from securing this blockchain. So Ethereum is the second largest blockchain by value, the first largest by activity. And we've moved from securing it by this proof of work mechanism, which is extremely energy intensive. And we've moved it to a new security mechanism called proof of stake, which uses negligible amount of power and we believe is much more secure than the proof of work paradigm. And so it's like replacing the foundation on a skyscraper while leaving it standing. That's and we did that a few hours ago, about 12 hours ago.
So people are saying that this is one of the most significant moments in the history of the crypto market. Why is it such a big deal?
Nobody has ever done anything quite so radical to a running blockchain. So we managed to do this without interrupting the operation of Ethereum at all. It was perfectly seamless for users of the platform. Everybody's assets were completely safe, and anybody, waking up in the morning and wanting to transact on Ethereum would not have noticed any difference at all. It was completely transparent, which is a huge engineering feat. It would have been much easier to stop the thing for a few hours or a few days and rework it. But we were very keen to move from proof of work to proof of stake, primarily because the energy consumption used by proof of work is enormous. And so we planned to do it, and we planned to do it seamlessly, and that's what we executed. So we're delighted.
Well, as you say, this reduction in energy use is the key, isn't it? How have you managed to do that? How has that worked, that transition from using all this energy to, I believe it's 99% fewer energy?
Yeah, so proof of work involves literally defending the network by burning power. Any attacker that comes along has to burn more power than the good guys on the network. So the more power you burn, the more secure your network is. And by some estimates, Ethereum was using 0.2% of all electricity globally, which is enormous. It's like the power used by Belgium, for example. So this morning we switched off Belgium, effectively. We are now doing something called virtual mining. This is the proof of stake, where instead of investing in buying a lot of high-end hardware and putting it in warehouses and paying for a lot of electricity, we now stake assets on the blockchain. So we put down a bond, as it were, a good behavior bond, and people who put down this bond get to validate the network and make sure that everything's working. And if validators misbehave according to the rules of the protocol, then that bond is, we call it, slashed. You lose that value. So it's very secure.
So, sorry to interrupt you. What does this mean for the market? Does it open it up for new investors?
I think the narrative around proof of work has rightly been a little bit toxic. I mean, burning vast amounts of energy in this day and age is really not a good thing to be doing. And I think quite a lot of organizations and perhaps investors have been very wary of being associated with such a wasteful way to run a network. So now that we have completely removed that energy use, we've reduced it by 99.99%, according to a study published today, then it's now a green network. People with clear conscience can invest in NFTs, in DeFi, and work on the platform. And brands should no longer be concerned about associating their name with Ethereum.
Ben Edgington from ConsenSys, thanks very much indeed for talking to us today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Now, the billionaire owner